Hey, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the love and support. I hope you all had a really great week. This episode, we are talking about self-care, which is very important, especially with everything that's going on right now. So I hope that you guys enjoy it and make sure that you like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining in today, coming to the Brunchettes. I'll just have everybody introduce themselves again. I'm Randy.
I'm Sean.
Sam.
And Jack.
And Jack.
Yes, and Jack's in the background.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about self-care, which I thought would be a really great topic to talk about, especially with everything that's going on. I feel like I definitely am taking a few extra steps to help myself feel good about myself physically, mentally, and everything. So I thought it would be a really good topic. But we're going to start off with an icebreaker, of course. So if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you? So if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
I would say it would be a mixture between drama, yet inspirational film.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably want this comparison one. I don't know if you guys know her, but America Ferrera.
Mm-hmm. From what's the Disney movie? Was it Gotta Kick It Up?
And what else?
The Traveling Pants.
Oh yes, Sisterhood of the Traveler. Yes, that was her. Yes. Okay. Krishan.
So what I'm doing, I'm cheating. I'm looking on Google and I'm looking at film genres right now just to try and really get oh, okay, this is probably what I think it'll be like. So I think it'll be I don't even know, because I'm not big on romantic like movies like that. I'm more so like horror movies. But if it was of my life, it would be like a romantic comedy drama. And Issa Rae.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
for sure. Yes. Okay. All right. So of course I had already thought about mine because I was like, duh. I think that mine would be a comedy for sure. I think it would just be fun and filled with laughter, and I think I would want Keke Palmer to play me. I like me some Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
I think she would. Boom, hit it.
I think she would too. I think she would. I can see that.
So my question for you guys is, what is self-care to you? So usually when asked the question, do you take care of yourself? Of course, you're like, yes, but in what ways? Because we know that self-care is physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. So there's a lot of different parts to self-care. So I want you guys to tell me, what is self-care to you? Not what you do for it, but what is self-care?
Self-care to me is rejuvenation of myself. The things I do for self-care, I literally set to refresh myself, take it back, get back into it.
Okay.
So I would say self-care is rejuvenation of self.
Rejuvenation of self. I like that word. Rejuvenate. Yes.
I like that too. Excuse me. My bad. The coffee is not doing its job for me. What is it to me?
Yeah, what is it?
It's anything to try to get yourself somewhat back on balance, or refilling your reservoir, because sometimes it can run a little bit low, and then you're trying to do other things, but you're getting closer to the bottom of it, you know, just.
Mm-hmm.
So self-care is kind of a way to fill that reservoir and keep it at a level of like functionality where you can, you know, balance things, or at least try to balance it as best as you can.
I definitely agree with both of you guys. I like, again, the word rejuvenate, but self-care to me is when I take the time to really focus on myself. I feel like if you have a lot of loved ones or people in your life, you can tend to them in the moments when you need to put that attention on yourself the most. So really, I mean, just focusing on myself and giving myself whatever it is that I need to like kickstart it, like start a new cycle, push forward, you know. So that's what self-care is to me. But okay, so the definition of self-care from the dictionary says self-care is an activity that we do deliberately in order to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. Even though it's simple, it's easily overlooked. So good self-care is the key to improve mood and reduce anxiety. It's also key to a good relationship with oneself and others. Basically just living like a balanced life. So, which we all want, because if you are unbalanced, you're kind of teeter-tottering in life. So we definitely need self-care in order to keep ourselves going and stay motivated and everything. So now I want to know what you guys do for your self-care. I'm going to tell you guys what I do. So for my physical, so I've always ran track and everything. So I'm used to being active. So my best self-care is when I actually wake up and start my day off exercising. So that's just like a daily. I try to at least 30 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week. But last week, I actually gave myself like a full self-care day. So I had other braids in. I took my hair down. I made myself an aloe mask. I had that on all day, right? I steamed my face. I did some extraction. I cleansed very well. And then I did a face mask. And my skin, it literally looked like I had went and got a full facial. I gave myself a manicure. What else did I do? I just like really spent the day. I was just kind of listening to music all day, and it just helped me. It made me feel better. I could tell that my skin needed it. It needed that brightening. So that's like a little bit of like the self-care things that I do.
I love to shower. I'm sure you guys do.
Yeah. Woo.
Yes. If I could have water straight 2 hours minimum.
A super long shower. I know. Yeah. You can never go wrong with that, for real.
But like that would be every day.
Yeah, just long. Okay, so in your perfect home, just like a shower with like all the shower heads and just
all the virgin blood. Almost hot tub bathtub on the side that's already filled. Like it only takes 30 seconds to fill.
Mm-hmm. Just hop right in with you chilling.
Next to where I put my hand, it'll be right there. Waiting.
Just like that. Boom.
I like to do yoga. So that's like one thing that I try to do either before bed or when I first wake up. That's like self-care for me. Taking a shower. I know it's simple. Like, like Sam said, just cleansing myself, kind of like washing whatever worries or anything like that. The water really cleanses my mind, and so like yoga, definitely showering, and just having like some type of healthy food is the way that I like do like some self-care. Also crocheting, so like that's like therapeutic for me, something that I do. So yeah.
Nice. That's good. I like, yeah. There's so many different things that you can do. I mean, even for me, like something that I really just enjoy, like I like to eat, you know, so me going out and just, even if it's just a table for one, like just to go get myself something to eat and like just relax. A nice meal, a nice drink, like that's like self-care for me. And self-care right now for me is also like just going on a drive. Like, let me just get out of the house. I'm just gonna go on a drive. I can like blast my music, just kind of let loose literally in the car, because I feel like that's when I'm like dancing the most. When I'm driving and like really vibing out to my own music. One tip, it says self-care needs to be something you actively plan. It is an active choice and you must treat it as such. So add certain activities to your calendar, tell your plans to others. So having like an accountability partner, just someone kind of like checking in, like, how are you doing? Are you doing, you know what I mean, what you need to do? Because it's very easy to fall back on the things you need to do for yourself, you know, and it just delays like your progress forward because you're not, well, self-caring, taking care of yourself. So you have to look for all opportunities to self-care. Like when you actually plan it, it just makes it better because you know what's coming up and you know that you're going to get what it is that you need in a timely manner versus like continually putting it off because you're tending to other people.
Do you have more to add?
I have one more tip. Just like, but again, also look for opportunities to laugh. So laughter is like the cheapest therapy. Me, that's why I said that my movie would be a comedy, because I love to laugh, and I feel like I'm very funny. All my friends are funny, so there's never a time like we're not just laughing at something, whether we're reminiscing over, you know, something in the past or literally just having present and future conversation. So I'm always looking for a reason to laugh. Sometimes I even laugh at the wrong moments, which is something I've worked on. Always laughing at the wrong time, but it just, you know, if it's funny, it's funny. But yeah, always look for an opportunity to laugh.
Kind of like, it's like a mindfulness. So mindfulness kind of like activity that you can do every day. For yourself, and it kind of just creates an accountability kind of track record for you to actively engage in different self-care activities and stuff every day. So I don't know if you would allow me to share the screen right quick, and I can kind of like just give a brief overview, and if it's something you or anybody else wants to do, I can definitely hold a class on this or some type of separate thing that that goes in depth with it. It's called GRAPES activity, and GRAPES is basically just an acronym that stands for gentle to self, relaxation, accomplishments, pleasure, exercise, and socialization. And with each one of those little things, you would want to take a time out and either do one or all of them each day of the week.
I like that. I would definitely be interested in doing that with you.
Oh, yeah. And then we can walk through some different mindfulness. I'll probably do maybe like a two-part thing to it once I formulate it. If you guys are interested, just bear with me and give me time to put it together.
Yes, of course. I'm down for that though.
Okay.
Okay, because that stress, I'm telling you, stress can literally take your life, like for real. You gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself and doing what's best for you. So I have a quote to end the self-care. So we talked about what is self-care to us, and then what we actually do to take care of self. So this isn't the quote that I looked up. I think it's a really good one. It says, caring for myself is not self-indulgent. It is self-preservation. And that is an act of political warfare. Knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as means of escape. So that's really good, because a lot of people can't be alone because they're not comfortable with themselves and doing what they need to be, doing what they need to do in order to be 100%. So I thought that was a really good quote. But yeah, means of escape. Your self-care should be your means of escape, not other people. So that's good.
It's funny you said that quote, because when I was giving this presentation, I made cards with that exact quote on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man.
I know, I saw you do that, and I'm like,
yes, I was like, yes.
We're going to do our highs and lows from the week, and I'll actually start this time. So my high from this past week would probably be I was getting up and getting out and exercising. The weather was really nice, so I went and I ran some stairs, and y'all, one of the days I really thought I was gonna pass out, but I had been feeling so good getting up. I adjusted my schedule too, so I've been getting up earlier. So that was my high. I actually was sticking to a schedule and being consistent. And my low would probably be just, again, kind of thinking about everything, just like, oh man, I just want to see my family and my friends. I can see you over the screen, but it's still not the same. But that would probably be my low moment. But it was actually a really good week. It was productive, and I feel good about it. So I'm ready to take on next week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Samantha, please.
My this week will probably have to be the little open mic I did. That was pretty cool. I've been recording, trying to just get behind the scenes footage of recording myself. So I guess that would be my high. I'm getting more.
Yes, Miss.
Will probably have to be the fact that I got away to get paid.
High this week was I got to finally connect with one of my students, one of my clients and stuff. So I was able to do a session via Zoom, and that went pretty well. So I was excited about that. And my low this week was these damn animals that invaded my yard. The coyote, the raccoons, the gophers, the geckos. I mean, I feel like I'm in a wildlife reserve right now. I live legit in the wilderness.
They're coming down. They're hungry.
But that was a low, because I'm afraid to take the trash out. I'm gonna get eaten.
Mm-hmm. You're like, all right, Jackson, you need to watch me the whole time now.
Okay.
On speed dial.
Run, you run. But yeah, that was that.
Weekly affirmation. Krishan.
Yes. So let's see here.
I'll say stop.
Okay. Okay, so this affirmation is I stand up for what I believe in.
I stand up for what I believe in.
Oh.
Something, what do they say? You'll fall for anything.
It's like the morning time. Don't